If you didn't know, I have another podcast, Brain Laundry Podcast, and I had some unreleased episodes on it that I thought, since they're unreleased, they'll be better over here because I feel like they would help you with business and with being more successful as an entrepreneur. So I didn't release them on there yet. So I just wanted to let you know that there's going to be some websites mentioned and some links mentioned that are for my other podcast. So just change that in your mind when I say those websites. Well, brainlaundrypodcast.com is the same website. It is still going to link you to the same website. But the websites you're going to want to go to for any tools and tips from this are going to be smalltownentrepreneurs.com if you want to retrieve any of these tools that I talk about in this episode, or if you want to review this episode in any way. It's going to be smalltownentrepreneurs.com. You can go to brainlaundrypodcast.com, but I just didn't want you confused if you didn't listen to that podcast or you haven't heard of it yet. Brainlaundrypodcast.com is still active. It is the same website, but I wanted to let you know in case you have not heard of that podcast. But you can type in smalltownentrepreneurs.com and get the same results and find everything you need on there. So that's the quick disclaimer. Let's hop right into it. Enjoy this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I love seeing you take time out your day to listen to this information. And I know somebody out there is working towards creating success. So enjoy, and I'll let you get right into this episode. You're trying to grow your business, you're trying to grow your audience, your podcast, your YouTube channel, your online influence. Well, I got the answer right here. This is not just me, this is multiple people. We put it to the test, and now I'm sharing with you what really works. This is it, guys. This is what 6 people, just that I know, and then I've looked at it online, and I know you have heard as well. But this is going to be the key to growing your business, your influence, just growing in whatever you're doing. This is it. We're going to get right into it. So hold on to your thoughts. I'm going to tell you what it is, but you need to sit back, grab a snack, kick back, click, clack, and blow. You're trying to grow your audience, your podcast, your YouTube channel, any type of business. Well, this is it right here. I have the key. We've tested it out. I've talked amongst 8 or 9 people, and I've looked it up, and this is what everybody's saying. And we all know truly what it is, but I'm creating a little series, if you will, and I'm going to do 3 or 4 episodes about it, but we're going to get into the gist of it. The thing that you may be overlooking when it comes to growing your business, and this is what really works. I'm talking about from growing 5 to 10, 20, to stepping it up to the hundreds and then thousands. This is it. And I'm not going to bullshit you. You know that if you are a listener to Brain Laundry Podcast. If you're new here, or if you just forgot, every Monday and Wednesday, we have a new episode. Monday is mindset and personal development. Wednesday is business and entrepreneur tips. And I help grow success in your life. And then the community as well. So it is a we. Are very good about engaging, and you can send in any question that you have, anything that you have. If you're going through something, I want you to know right now, somebody loves you. I love you. I care about you. You got me in your life, so don't sweat nothing. You can message me with anything that you have. You can go to currencymob334.com, contact anything that you have on your mind that you want answered. Contact me on there. You can hit me up on the email, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Brain Laundry Podcast. There's no spaces between that, at Brain Laundry Podcast. I got to get out the way first because I've seen some sad people, and I just want you to know you have somebody in me. So you're trying to grow your business, your podcast, your YouTube channel, your influence online. Well, this is it. I had to create a series, and this is the first one of the series, so stay tuned for this. You're going to want to listen. If you're new here or you're a return listener and you forgot, every single Monday and Wednesday there's a new episode. Monday is mindset. Wednesday is business and entrepreneur tips. So if that interests you and you are looking to create success in your life, then subscribe and share this with somebody else who's looking to do so. And anything that you have on your mind, on your chest, first off, I want you to know you got somebody that loves you. I love you. I care about you. I'm here for you. And literally anything that you have that you want to get off your chest and you want to speak to someone about it, and you might not have somebody in your immediate environment to listen to you, just know you got me. You go to currencymob334.com. That's a website. Hit the contact page and type away. You can type away, or you can go to Instagram at Brain Laundry Podcast on Instagram. Anything that you're going through, feel free to ask me. I'm not going to judge you. I can't judge you. I have done my fair share of things. So there's no judgment here. And anything that you have as far as questions for business and mindset and personal development too, you share it and we will talk about it and have the real answers and facts given to you on this podcast. That's what's so good about this podcast. I will only provide you with something that you can apply to your life instantly and take notes on and learn. And we're never going to talk about you can do this or that. It's just the ways that I've learned that work and ways that are concrete that you can apply and you don't have to buy nothing. So that's what we offer over here on Brain Laundry Podcast with a great community and just an awesome following. So if you are looking for a great community for creating success in your life or your business, then this is the place to come to right here. I got to pull this jacket off if y'all hear something scruffling around. It's getting a little hot up in here. And Nelly is not playing. It's just getting spicy. But this is what is going to grow your business right here. So take notes. Notes are, as always, going to be posted on currencymob334.com. You're going to see a tag called blog. Click on that. And all the show notes are going to be in there. But first things first, let's get it. The thing to grow your business is we're all people. That's what you need to remember. You need to remember people are going to bring in your business. Your business is people. It's not AI. It's not a piece of paper. It's people. It's people with money. Money is energy. So you want those people to have energy to go get that energy. You know, it's all one big conjunction. So we need to engage. So I'm going to do a series, little 3 or 4. I'm not sure how many yet, but I want to break down and make sure that you have clarity on this because this is what I'm doing. And I really took this very serious and I grinded, I hustled hard. I got so much podcast episodes pre-recorded and in the back burner ready to go because I really need to focus on growth myself and I need to focus on what we're talking about, and that's networking, growing, building relationships for adding value and gaining value in return. Just creating some good friends. Like that's the key to anything, right? I mean, think about it. We know this, and we shouldn't have to even be talking about it, but sometimes we do forget and we have to be reminded. And that's just a human trait that we all have. But we all have to create and build relationships in our life. And we know this. And we're going to talk about, in this one, the type of people that you can gain relationships with. So the type of influencers that there are. We're going to talk about, it's going to be a great series and all. So you don't want to miss this. I'll put some effort into this. And everything that I've seen friends of mine who have 100,000 subscribers and everything that works is in here. Now, if you're like me, I'm not looking to create hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I want to connect individually, and I'm not looking to change the world. I'm looking to change somebody's world, and I'm wanting to create a nice, close relationship with people as an individual, and I can make a living off of that. But if this is going to work for creating the 100,000s, or it can work if you're wanting to niche down and target and build specific relationships. It's going to work for that as well. So this is the way, and this is how you do it. So first thing is influencers. We're going to have to contact influencers, people that have some influence in our industry. And we're going to get into right now. There's 3 types. There's A-list celebrities. And these are the well-known names, huge followings, at least 500,000 plus. They're harder to reach, more credibility, more authority, but all in all, they are harder to get used to. You could just, if these people were to get a hold of you, if they just said your name, you're going to blow up. But that's not necessarily good because you need to make sure that they are similar to what it is that you're bringing to the table. You don't want to just contact random people, you know? You want to make sure that they're, I mean, it'd be cool to have Jay-Z rock something of yours or mention you, but if his audience and fans following have nothing to do with what you do, then what value does that really add to you in the end? Nothing. Exactly. Make sure that anybody, regardless of the 3 types that you choose from, make sure that they are similar to you. And the next type is B list, obviously. Trusted authorities, known experts with a solid following of 15K to 50K on average, looking for growth, offer. They themselves are still looking to grow, so they're a little bit hungry. They're a little bit hungry. They're not at peak yet, but they're aiming to there. Because the third type of influencers, they're usually, a lot of the time, that's where they want to be. It's the third tier. But the Bs, nobody wants to stay as a B. You either are that student that makes C's and you stay there and you're like, yeah, whatever, so I'm just getting by, this isn't me. But if you're a B student, a lot of the time, you're trying to grind and overachieve and get up there. So Bs are looking to go up, or they're either going to go down. So they're hungry. It's usually kind of, they know their worth though, so it's going to be a little bit of a big player in a smaller space. You know, big fish in a small pond. Somewhat. But they're tired of that pond. They're not comfortable with that pond. And they're just a little bit hungry. If that puts it into perspective for you. So they often are looking for synergistic relationships and can offer great ROI in partnerships because of their credibility and authority within their niche. And they're usually so hungry and they're hustling, so they're active and they are seen a lot. But that's not necessarily the most beneficial type of influencer to work with. C-list or micro influencers, these are the people that you want to work with. They're new and less known, 2,500 to 15K, so like myself, but can have highly engaged audiences like you guys and are usually eager for publicity. Whatevs. I just want to get true people, but that's the best people to reach, in my opinion, because they're very specific and they're going to be letting it known what it is that they're representing, what they're about, because they're new. They want people to know. They want the eyes that come on their sites and sources and platforms to know what it is that they represent. So it's going to be very clear if, hey, this guy matches with me or he doesn't. So micro influencers are becoming more and more popular as influencer marketing grows, because many brands are choosing to work with 100 influencers around 10K reach nowadays, because it's hard to reach 1 million and know that, hey, this is like, because a lot of time now, understand, when you're networking with people, you're going to be having to add them some type of value. So that could be money, work, time. You're putting something towards it. So a lot of times we find ourselves questioning, like, hey, I'm putting in this grind, this hustle, or I'm spending money. Is this guy with this 1 million subscribers, are them subs even worth it? You see, you hear a lot of stories about people doing this and then it does nothing for them, really. But you work with these engaged people, they really fucking with them heavy. That's going to be a great friendship created right there, number one. He's not big-headed. He or she is not big-headed. And up there, yet they're still hungry and humble. And that's really where you want to start at. But you're not listening to this if you're big. We're for newer or small town entrepreneurs, people that are somewhat limited to resource, or either their specific niche that they're wanting to hit. So we're not necessarily wanting to work with those big guys, right? And I'm telling you, if you can look into this some more, because I can make a whole episode on this, but I want to give you clarity on this, and I want you to sit there and read it, and you can look up benefits of working with micro influencers or how to work with them. You want to take advantage of this, my friend. Now, what benefits do you even get first thing from working with influencers? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I got a list of 7 things that sometimes they get. The things that I'm not gonna tell you the normal things like, oh, you're gonna grow your influence, or you're gonna get more. No, we're gonna talk about some things, the real things that actually happen. This is no bullshit over here. This is the things that happen because I've seen it happen, and I'm gonna tell you what happens. Really, instead of just reading a forum, this is what happened. Number 1, you get a lot of referrals, and people who say somebody's looking for someone, and you are friends with that person, that somebody comes to and they say, hey, I'm looking for a good audio editor. You know one? Well, yeah. And then you're an audio editor, and you're friends with this guy. You engage with him. You network with him. You were great. You helped him out. You helped him. You may have shouted him out, added some links to your website, and got him some subscribers and whatnot. You may have done some work for him for free. Now, this guy's wanting a quality editor, which is you. He's looking to pay $50 an hour for 6 hours a week or something. You get recommended for that. You're the first person to come up because you added value and you've got that network built. That's where this is what happens. This is the truth of what happens in networking right here. Referrals are very, very powerful things. Understand that. You know, you would never put nobody's name out there unless you knew that they would add some value to someone. Now, that's why you got to make sure that when you engage that you're adding value to these people and you're not just asking and being greedy. Be friends with somebody. This is very beneficial. You know, you can get something one time and call it a loss, or you can be a long-term friend and get multiple value experiences out of this and create the same for him. And when we do things for others, it feels good anyways. So that's number 1. Very powerful, just to resonate with. Referrals are very powerful things. Number 2, it strengthens customers' trust. Now, if you are in front of somebody else's audience and you do business, your name gets brought up in front of their audience, or you may work with one of those B influencers or potentially A's. Now, they're known for what they do. They're trusted. They got there for a reason. They're trustworthy. Well, sometimes not, but they still got a fan base that trusts them. And when you create a product, a course, whatever you create, it's going to strengthen. Like, hey, yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk shouted this guy out, or is cool with this guy. Yeah, I trust this guy. I think I'll buy what he's got. I think it's valuable, and I trust him. So it creates a sense of trust with the audience, number 1. To strengthen the customer's trust, you need to invite influencers to experience your service, experience your product, explain your products, include the benefits of your products, features of it, to who you're working with so they know. Make sure you let them know your value proposition and your unique selling point that you have. And that's a whole nother thing in its own. Unique selling points. We'll get into that in the future. Now, they need to know why your product is worth mentioning for them to mention it. It's got to be valuable, and they got to know that they can't hit somebody else up down the road and get the same thing. So you got to let them know. So have this in mind, and I'm going to help you. I got a killer episode and templates for you on creating a good pitch. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. And it's going to help you to explain this and have it ready before you get into this, because you're going to need to be ready. But Trust is very hard thing to get, easy thing to lose. Remember that. That's something that you can gain is some trust. But let's go on to number 3, which is going to be increase the reach, obviously. With influencer marketing, it's easier for brands to tap into new markets, which are otherwise not so easy to get into. They get greater exposure to potential customers who trust the feedback and recommendations of influencers. So you get in front of their audience, more reach. That's something we know. We're not going to have to stress into this too much, but bada boom, bada bing, you get it. You hit up, contact somebody with a bigger audience. They mention you, your friends. They see you around them. You're out there. We out here. That's the motto, baby. We out here always. That's the motto. YOLO. I'm in a fantastic mood too, so forgive me. But that was number 3. Number 4 is, you're going to like this. It's going to boost your ROI by leveraging with influencer marketing. Brands can increase their returns. And I know you like that. I know you. We all got to live, take care of our family, and be able to invest in our business to create more value and engage with our the fans, the whatever you want to call them. I call it a family or community. The people that you love to do this for, the people that matter. It's going to help you earn more money to create better business. You're going to improve your business. Number 5 is it helps with SEO. When influencers link you to their content, they mention you on their sites, their platforms, you're going to get more traffic, backlinks, and it's going to help your SEO efforts. You might not have thought about that. And a lot of them are going to have high domain authority, which can have a considerable impact on your search rankings. I mean, seriously. I'm not doing too bad in the rankings too, guys. Like I said, go to currencymile334.com, see how I got my website set up. And I'm wondering how many, if you're wanting to, or you already have one, or you're wanting to and you're not sure if you should, or you're not sure how to create your own website. So if you have your own website already, you don't know if you should, or you don't know how to create a website, comment down below and let me know where you stand on that. Either, yeah, I have one, or I don't know how to start a website, or I don't know if I need one. Comment down below so I can help you out on that, because I have a website and I can tell you how it's helped me, and I can even get you try to put together some type of visual slideshow or something so you can create your website and get it started, or some sources that are affordable to do so and get your website, because you do need a website if you are starting business. It's very, very powerful. So comment down below, yeah, I got a website, or I'm not sure if I need one, or I don't know how to make one, but I would like one, and let me know. And we'll get you some help, the help that you need. If you're wanting to get that, just, contact me too and let me know where you stand on that. That's something we may need to touch up on as websites, but stay on task right now. Number 7 is engagement rate, obviously. You're going to get more engagement, and you're going to get engagement from places. You might say, well, yeah. But no, you're going to be getting engagement from other places as well, like straight up. Sometimes you'll see your name mentioned, or your brand mentioned in Reddit forums and shit. It's crazy. I know I have seen myself mentioned in Reddit a time or two. And I don't get on Reddit. I've never been on Reddit, to be honest with you. I don't do Reddit. So if you comment on Reddit, let me know. Do you engage with Reddit? How is it? How do you use it? Make me a video or some content. I'm not sure how you use Reddit. I'd love to know, though. I'd like to know if it's worth getting on, if it's a nice place to engage and meet some people. Let me know your opinion on the Reddit below as well. You use it, you don't? Is it worth it? Is it not? But you're going to be getting a lot more engagement when you reach out and network with people and influencers. And then number 8, something you haven't thought of, I'm sure, is hashtags. It can be a great way to drive conversations around your brand, products, events. And when you have a brand, you can get yourself a branded hashtag. Now, when somebody with some audience, some followers comments your hashtag, it's going to get more visibility and enhance the visibility of your brand as well. A great way to grow your brand is by getting these influencers to promote a unique branded hashtag that you create for your brand. Very powerful tip, guys. Very powerful tip, my friend. I'm telling you, I told you I'm bringing that heat. This is really gonna help you be able to stand out. Especially if you get that one hot, trendy. You can find that influencer that has the younger crowd that's still swagging to that young crowd, but that young crowd has to be in your niche as well. But they're like, hey, this dude's cool to me, and he uses this hashtag as a trend. I'm gonna start using it, and when they start something like that starts happening, you can see some major growth. So think about leveraging hashtags. And then a handy tip for you, just something extra, is you can look at your competitors' partners and see ideas of, maybe you don't know who exactly you want to work with as far as networking. You don't know who you want to reach out to. People who are doing similar things to you and are in the similar niche, they're similar content creators. Look at who they work with. Look at who they network with, who they influence with. Keep track of the influencers that your competitors are working with. It can be a useful strategy for growing your influencer network. Now, remember this, though. You can't be a dick. So keep in mind, this is how this is going to help you. You can't go around and hit somebody else up that's working with a competitor now. So consider the fact that, they're most certainly not going to be able to help you while they're working with a competitor. But, however, you could consider approaching them with an offer once they are at the end of their current deal. Or then you could look to who the influencer that your competitor is working with is networked with, and maybe he's available to do some type of work with you. So don't go around and just, hey, somebody's working, because you can make somebody mad and not even, you might be unaware that that's a thing, but that's a thing. So, be respectful and be observant of, hey, maybe they're working with my competitor right now and it's not a good time. I can contact them after they're done, or I can see who they themselves network with, contact them, and then maybe talk about doing some work and adding some value to them and creating a lucrative friendship and business friendship with them as well. However you want that friendship to be, but make sure you are creating a friendship where you're able to help them. And I want to touch on this is ways that you can ask influencers to interact with you, and ways that you can create campaigns with influencers. You can do guest blogging, number 1. Number 2, you can do sponsored posts. Number 3, you can collaborate on different things, podcasts, whatever you do. You could, if they do the same thing, which they should be in a similar niche if you're contacting them, consider collaborations. I'm getting some water, man. I'm getting a little bit sick, but it's all good. The next thing that you can interact with them, campaign ideas, is you could become an affiliate with them. So you start adding an affiliate link to some of your content. Ask for product reviews. Give products to the influencers. That's a smart way to get them to advertise and get eyes and focus on your product, your courses, your digital product, whatever you have. Just give them something. Hey, here's this is what it does, this is how it can help you, this is why it's great, and this is why it's unique, and this is why it's explain to them about it, what it is. Don't just give them, hey, here's a shirt, or hey, here's a course I made. explain to them, what it is, so they can. If somebody comes up and says, "Hey, what is that?" they can explain to them the why, and give them the why, not the what, not the how. Give them the why of why you did that, why you created that product. But we're gonna get right here. I got to give you guys the details now. You're gonna like this. You're gonna be like, "Oh shit! Look at Kendall coming correct on Brain Laundry Podcast." Are you ready? Are you ready? So this is what I got for you. This is what you can offer for value to the influencer that you're wanting to network and work with. This is based off of case studies of what influencers most often need, ask for, and prefer to get as far as values when networking and working with someone. This is case studied. So, that being said, I have you something you can offer them. Number one is case studies. Offer them case studies on something that has to do with what their business, what their brand is about. Offer them case studies, on certain platforms that they should be working on, certain types of shirts that they should be selling or printing on if they have a clothing company, whatever they do. You could offer them case studies. You could offer them testimonials. You could offer them blog post comments, which would essentially be you saying, "Hey guys, I'm working with, example, Roberto Blake." If you don't know who Roberto Blake is, he has a pretty awesome YouTube channel talking about how to grow your YouTube and freelance tips. Great guy, fantastic content. But say you're working with Roberto Blake and you tell your listeners, your audience, "Hey, we did something together. We created a blog. I'm a guest writer on his blog. Go comment on his blog." Boom. You're getting traffic and new audience on him. That is something of value. You can get them social media mentions from your people as well, from your audience, from your community as well. Engagement on social media. You can get your audience and leverage your audience so that you are providing him book reviews, podcast reviews, product sales. Maybe you're promoting one of their product reviews, product promotion. Now you would do product promotion by potentially running a giveaway with that guy and offering your audience, to, share a picture of whatever it is that he has created. And then it's getting more eyes on it like that. It would be something like that. And the next thing is mentions on your podcast or blog. You can get mentions on podcast. Like, say if you have a pretty decent sized podcast or blog and you mention him and then you tell your audience to listen to them and he sees, "Hey, I appreciate that. I got 6,000 extra listens this episode from that." That is something of value. And then notifications about mistakes that they have made on any of their platforms, their website mistakes, anything that's wrong. Let them know. Dead links, something like that. Help them out with work like that. That's something of value. So that could just be you before you even create a relationship. "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm very interested in working with you. And by the way, I'm not trying to nag you. I really do. I enjoy what you do, and I want you to be able to reach as many as possible and get out there and be able to reach as many people as you can. And I noticed you had a couple dead links on your website. I just wanted to inform you of. Thank you for your time in reading this. Please contact me by so-and-so if you are interested. Thank you." Something like that. You could Maybe you know somebody who they want to meet and you know them. You could then introduce them, connect them with other people, and leverage your network. That's why you want to grow your network. You can leverage your network. You can meet people. That's how networks work. You can leverage somebody who you know. Hey, I really appreciate you introducing me to this guy. I've been trying to meet up with him for years. You got me. I owe you something. How can I help you? Something like that will help. Very, very powerful. So remember that. And something you want to do, we're going to wrap it up here, but you got to do this. I highly recommend it anyways. And now that's going to be get you, and I think this is pretty critical, and it's going to help you out a lot. And clarity is my thing. You know that if you listen. And if you've been applying anything that we talk about, you know that how much it helps. So I say, last but not least, it is very, very crucial for you to track and manage your outreach efforts to ensure you're not either being overbearing, you're not forgetting about who you've contacted, you're not forgetting any influencers or any names of people that you want to contact, any brands. So create yourself a list. You can use a Google Sheets, Google Doc, however you want to do it. However you want to create a list. But create yourself a list where you track the names of the influencers, the times that you have contacted them, and what you contacted them about, everything. And you want to have that on there. But then as well, you also should do this right here. Same thing. Create yourself a list. Have influencers' name, how you can add value to them, why you want to work with them, and how they will help you get to your goal that you have for them. I want to grow my subscribers. I want to grow my views. I want to sell this product. I want to sell this course. How can that person help you get to your goal? And then the action you need to take to add them their value, and the action you need to take to get a hold of them. And then also you need to have the list of the platforms that they have available. They got a website. Are they on Instagram? Are they on Twitter? Get all that and write that down on a list as well. Very powerful. But definitely keep track of how often you have been contacting them, because you don't want to keep blowing them up and being annoying if they have not subscribed. And a lot of times we can't forget. It's like, yeah, it's been 2 months since I hit them up, and it's really been a week. But we're just hustling out here and time flies, and that's just how it is sometimes. But you want to be aware of that. So track that. Be aware of the times, how many times you are hitting somebody up, and it's very powerful to help you. If you haven't hit somebody up in a while, you can, okay, it's time I hit them up, see what's up with them. Maybe I try them. I've hit them up on Twitter. I haven't hit them up on Instagram. I haven't emailed them. So you're going to want to do that. And you're going to want to tune in on this next 2 episodes, because I'm going to give you some sources, some sites that you're going to want to hear. I'm going to give you some sites that you can email people directly. I'm talking about anybody. I'm going to be giving you some sources, literally, so you can email anybody that you want to. I'm talking about anybody. You're going to be able and open to their email. So stay tuned for that coming up. Sites and web resources. Very powerful. And I just want to end it here. This is going to be a great series. And thank you for the questions about networking and business growth, because this is the key right here. And I hope you get 10 million times what you're expecting, and I just wish huge success your way. And I just want you to believe in yourself, know that you can do it. You're going to do it. We talk about goals, and we break it down so basic here, so you're taking actions every day towards your goals. That's what this is, man. You're going to make it. Just understand you're going to make it. Let that sink in. Disregard Anybody telling you something that disagrees with that and is different from that, because they're just telling you something that they can't do if they doubt you. So be good to yourself. I love you. Any question you have for future episodes, send them in at Brain Laundry Podcast, Instagram, and CurrencyMile334.com, and we'll get those answered for you. But we got another 2 episodes on networking coming. This you're really going to get some value from, and I've very much so enjoyed this little series, if you will. And I'll see you on the next episode. So be good to yourself, keep your head up, and keep grinding, keep reaching them goals, and keep tagging me, commenting, and engaging with me. And drop your Instagram names below, and I'll follow you. Wherever you listen at, just drop your Instagram below, and I'll follow you straight up and see what you got going on. And I'm there to support you. I'm that damn obese mama at a softball game or a baseball game. I'm just there with nothing but I brought the Capri Suns, the snacks, and the hugs for everybody. I'm supporting everybody. So I'll talk to you on the next episode, my friend. We are, how we're doing it. We out here. Brain Logic Podcast, baby. Keep hustling.